want to come back on these. Oh, it looks like. Oh.
Yeah.
This side up bit as well.
Yeah.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another video back on the Driven 24/7 Automotive YouTube channel, and I have got a cracking car feature to show you today. So behind me we have a smart car, but as you can see just from the angle we're at the moment, this isn't your typical smart car. This smart car has a 1.8 20 valve turbo engine out of a Mark IV Golf GTI. And this car is producing just under 200 brake horsepower. So this nuts, mad, ridiculous car, and I mean that with all due respect, it's absolutely insane when I found this car. This car is actually owned by a local chap named Jeff, and here's another cool thing, he's 74 years old, and most of the work done to this car has been done by himself. And as you can see from this angle, the car gets even more mad with the big exhaust hanging out from the rear. Luckily I bumped into Jeff at Revo's Hub, so shout out to them. I had to get Jeff's number and I had to meet up with him, luckily on this lovely sunny Saturday morning, to film this car. I don't know as much about this car as the owner Jeff does. Let's get Jeff on camera and let's talk you through as much of the spec modifications that this car has, because it does have a lot. Here is the lovely chap that owns this crazy smart car, Jeff. Thanks for coming out today. Shall we start with where you're at now, the most important bit of this car? That's the engine, right?
Well, it's set up for 200 horsepower at the moment, but we fitted some forged con rods last year, full race exhaust manifold, mega squirt ECU, special turbo on it as well.
What turbo then?
It's a BBT hybrid turbo, so it's the original KO3 exhaust, KO4 air side, blows more air. We're changing from 280 horsepower injectors up to 440. We're expecting to get 320 horsepower.
Do you know how much a car weighs at the moment?
Just under 1,000 kilos.
Wow.
It's fairly heavy because of all the engine and the gearbox.
True.
A ton, the roll cage and all the extra safety gear. So it's not exactly light. It's pretty quick.
Should we talk about the exhaust first? Because this has got two different valves, isn't it? So it's a more quieter mode and a more louder mode. We'll go into how it sounds in a bit, but...
Yeah, so we've got a catalytic converter and a silencer.
Yeah, it's all heat shields and stuff.
Yeah, heat shielded off. And then we've got an exhaust cut-off, so it makes the engine spool up quicker because there's less back pressure. So the exhaust just comes straight out here rather than go there.
Yeah. So
the engine spools up quicker. Shifting more air means more horsepower.
So this is a quiet mode, yeah? Yeah. So all that is, Jeff, is just a cut-off valve, you say, yeah?
It's a butterfly valve.
Yeah, yeah.
It gets rid of any back pressure.
Oh, I see.
The turbo can spool up quicker.
So can I just say, your background, isn't it in sort of engineering, metal fabrication?
Control equipment.
Yeah.
On refineries, chemical plants.
So most of this you've done yourself?
Yeah.
Like bits and bobs?
The only thing I haven't done is the aluminium slatted back panel.
And that's obviously just to let air in, obviously, to the engine.
Hot air out. It was a glass window originally. We needed that to vent it. So the aluminium and the stainless stuff was all done by a very good friend of mine.
Yeah, okay.
And the fuel tank.
So engine-wise?
Engine-wise, it's a tight fit.
Yes.
I had to make a new subframe. It's a little bit like the Starship Enterprise with the two supports coming up and back. They're the same height. What I've done is I've angled the mounts against each other to try and keep the movement of the engine down, and there's a massive gearbox steady underneath. So this is out of a Mark IV Golf GTI. Yeah. So what would that engine produce normally, do you know? 150. 150, and in this car it's around about 200-ish, just under. It's an AGU engine. So the clearance on this side is about 12 mil to the. Oh, I see. So it's a bit tight. Yeah. I can't get it over any further. And would the normal smart engine sit this low, or would it be higher up? It'd be lower. Oh, it'd be lower than this because there's so much in here. It would be under the level of the floor. You can only fit it where the drive shaft have to go. So everything comes from the drive shafts, comes up to get the location front and back. Yeah. And you got an induction kit on here as well? Yeah, that's high flow air filter. Been modified inside to make it even quicker.
And I like this side up bit as well.
Yeah, this is the pressure tapping from the manifold to the Mega Squirt ECU. This is a little platform, so we can take that off there and stick it on there.
Oh, I see, that'd be cool, yeah.
So when it comes to fit the new one, it'll be there with the wires going through there, so he can see on his laptop what's exactly happening.
Oh, I see. So you've just saying there's an oil catch can, so obviously the oil comes out and stays out, basically.
Yeah, it doesn't go back, because when you see how much is in that catch can, you wouldn't want to put it in the engine, I don't think, anyway. Yeah, limited slip diff is fitted. We've got disc brakes on the back, which is normally our drums. We've got 4-pot racing calipers on the front.
Nice. And I see obviously the wheels. Are they stretch banded steels? Are they? And obviously you've got the thick tyres on there as well.
Wheels, yeah.
Yeah, banded.
The fronts are banded from 4.5s to 7. The backs are banded from 5.5s to 8s.
And does it wheel spin quite a lot as well then?
No.
Oh, it doesn't. No. Oh, because it's a limited slip diff.
And also the weight. There's a lot of
weight on the back.
Yeah.
True.
The weight is right over the wheels, yeah.
Jesus. So we're going to talk about the exterior of the car. I've just come across the engine, spoke about that in more detail. Now obviously this car has some pretty good styling, but it's all purposeful. So you just said the vents are from a Lotus, right?
Well, they're based on a Lotus vent, where it blows cold air in at the bottom and the turbulence sucks the hot air out. Not only have we got the vented back panel, we've got air being sucked out to keep the engine bay cool. We've also got a vent for if we get stuck in traffic.
Oh yeah, I see, yeah.
So when you're not moving, obviously these aren't doing anything, so...
so airflow's well covered, which it has to be, really.
I think we've got enough of the airflow covered, yeah.
And then you've got obviously the wide arches, I guess, just...
They're not very pretty, but they are legal.
They work, yeah.
Yeah, they work, so...
Going round onto the side, well, we'll go round to the front, actually, again, you've got the extended arches there. Is that just for more airflow as well?
Yeah, that's trying to get the airflow. It's got a massive aluminium radiator in there. It's also got the cooler there for the air intake. So that's a water-cooled radiator. You
got a nice diffuser on here as well. I guess it's just for aerodynamics and stuff in it.
Yeah, it's not so much an aerodynamics, more of a scoop to get the air in as well. Like, you know.
Again, just all air. And then obviously these suck in the air into the radiator.
Yeah, so this has been cut out to let more air in, and
through the
extra
mesh
scoops for the top of the radiator there, and extra vents on the side to let the hot air out.
And I like the way you've got obviously the Mercedes badge, because it's a Mercedes Smart, but it's got the VW side of engine.
Yeah, it does confuse people, but it confuses me sometimes. So we got a full set of old school type gauges, rev counter.
There's a lot going on up there.
Yeah, I need to see it at a glance what it is. The digital's okay, but you need to be able to see what's happening. And
also, obviously it's left-hand drive. What was the reason for that again?
And that's the way it was built.
Oh, okay.
The early smart cars were all left-hand drive.
Oh, okay. And this is a 2002.
2002 one, yeah. Yeah. The change area was about 2002, 2003.
So because it's an early one, you didn't really have a choice. It had to be. No, but you don't mind it being left-hand drive?
No,
You're probably used to it.
My Camaro was left-hand drive. So.
Oh, yeah, because you've had drag cars before. That's also your history. Yeah.
So we've got a brake there for holding it on the line. We've also got the quick shift.
That's amazing.
CAE gear shift.
So is it still 5-speed? Is it 5-speed?
Yeah, 5-speed. So the top of this only moves 62 millimeters.
Wow.
So it's a very quick shift.
You know. Yeah. Roll cage as well, that just about fits in, obviously.
Yeah, roll cage is in there as well.
Oh, you got mesh. Oh, is that a panoramic roof like it's got in here? No way.
Yeah.
You still got half it left then?
Yeah, I didn't want too much sun coming in, so
no, true.
I didn't know what to paint the glass with, and I found the ideal thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
To get etched primer. It eats into the glass and it stays on really good.
I see. What seats are these then? Because obviously, like you say, it's not built for comfort; it's built for being mad.
I don't know what make they are, but
we're just obviously pretty hardcore.
Very expensive.
Bucket seats, harnesses in here as well.
Yeah, 6-point harness, both sides.
Oh, I see. Oh, look at that. And you still got like the original obviously steering wheel in here, and you've got some more gauges over there, I see, as well.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Got voltage and vacuum. Yeah. The vacuum on here is for the braking system. Yeah. So I need to know if I got any brakes.
Yeah, so again, obviously it's pretty stripped out in here. You've got a little bit of a luxury of some carpet down there.
Yeah, not much.
But it's all quite functional, but obviously you got all your gauges for all the important information you need to read.
Originally it only had 2 pedals, it had a throttle and a brake.
Was it automatic?
Yes, what they call semi-automatic.
Oh, so I didn't know that. You've had to convert it, yeah.
Keep the throttle in the same place and move the gear stick.
Oh, God, yeah.
But the O2J is just a fully manual, so we had
you've got a nice shiny pedal in there.
Well, so we had to cut a piece of the bodywork away to get the clutch pedal in, put a little bend in the brake pedal, and then to manufacture a metal accelerator pedal.
Oh, I see.
So that's the exact copy of the smart one.
Yeah.
It's basically so I can use a standard Volkswagen Golf throttle cable. Handy when you want to get spares. You don't know, nothing special. You can just walk in and say, this is the car it came off of, and they're just handing one over the counter. Touched on your sort of background's drag racing. You've had a Camaro before, yeah? Yeah, 7.5 litre with nitrous. It was good fun. And you've got nitrous in store for this posse? No, I have got a spare nitrous kit home, but I don't somehow think I'm going to need it. So what happened then? You sold the Camaro and decided to buy this? No, I was building this while I had the Camaro. But the trouble was, I for about a year I never used the Camaro. I was just so involved with this. People said it couldn't be done, and a couple of times I didn't think it was going to fit myself. It did go in the end. So you've always had the plans for this to be what it is as such, or it's sort of... Once I decided to put an engine in it, I looked round for a Honda engine, didn't like Hayabusas, not enough low-down torque, discussing the benefits of the 20-valve Golf engine, and it does have a lot of low-down torque. So future plans, you're going to get this rolling roader, but you couldn't, so is that still the plan to increase the power? Yeah, to get it set up on a rolling road. Drive shafts are supposed to take 250 horse, but we think they'll probably take 300. If we can get maybe 280 to 300 on the rolling road, then the engine will be doing about 310, 315 maybe. Yeah. And do you know what I liked as well, as we were following you here, obviously everything's quite exposed underneath though, but it just looks so mechanical, you can just see everything turning. I just thought it was really cool. The drive shafts are pretty near horizontal. Yeah. Everything hinges around what the drive shafts are doing, so they're pretty horizontal. And that's what I guess I quite like. Obviously it's a road legal car, but you have got the exhaust on show, most of the engine, and like you said, the gearbox and stuff is on show. It just looks cool from behind, just seeing it all turn and stuff. It was just really cool. Put plastic covers on, but the problem is when you want to do any maintenance, you got to take them off again. You've got to take them off anyway. You know? And as soon as you start building things into a small space, well, the space starts to go. Yeah, the space you have left over gets smaller and smaller. So it's you're a bit limited on this car, obviously. But like I say, you have a little lean-to at home where you do, like you say, tinker on the car in your spare time a lot, and welding set, spray guns, compressors. Yeah. Small lathe. Can we talk about the switches on the side as well? We don't have to turn anything on yet, but just because obviously this is pretty... This is a requirement for the hill climbing. Yeah, because you do a bit of that in this. Yeah, so you need to have an isolating valve. I want to come back on these. You can feel all the air from coming in, can't you? Like through the cabin as well. Yeah. Is that the turbo flutter then? Yeah. No, it's just the fact that there's so much air. That sounded nice. There's so much air vent, like, you know. Yeah. Oh, it looks like... Oh. Yeah, it's not designed for off-roading. They're standard coilovers, but because they're of a heavier car, they're a lot stiffer, you know. Oh. So we've got the cut-off open now. Yeah. Harsh, isn't it, like the suspension? Yeah, it's hard work. It's hard work around town with it. If you're in a lot of traffic. Is the clutch quite hard as well? Because it's like no, it's not too bad. Biting point and stuff. It's the gear change. It's a bit very notchy, like. Yeah. But there's like so much vibration as well, isn't there, coming through here as well? Just proper raw. the small injectors.
Oh, I see. Yeah, pull back in now.
When we get the big injectors and we get it all set up, it'll be clean all the way up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so harsh, the suspension, like every single bit.
Yeah. I'm used to it.
So a big thank you to Jeff for coming out and bringing his mad smart car with us. I've just experienced it from inside as well. There's a lot happening inside. It sounds nuts, it goes fast. So thanks Jeff for coming out.
Not a problem.
I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this smart car. I've never seen anything like it. So when I bumped into Jeff, I had to take his details and film his car today. So thank you Jeff, and thank you for watching. Amazing. Is there a button to press, or do you just pull it out?
Just turn the lever.
Oh, I see. Oh, look at that. God, that is so noisy.
Oh, it is like that, yeah.
There's so much going on, Martin. There's wind coming from all sorts, vibrations. It's so rock hard as well, like suspension, yeah.
You get used to it.
Was it a thrill?
Yeah, it was good. To push you back, and that's why also you need all this on.
Yeah.